Hey everybody, it's Josh with JD's Auto Detailing, and today we're going to continue our how-to series and about car washing. Now, car washing is one of those things where you need to get it right in order to get good results, and so we're kind of getting back to basics. I'm going to go over proper washing procedure, products and tools and tips to get the job done correctly. One thing you need to be careful of when you're washing your car, especially, is reducing the scratching. In the wash process, scratching is the number one thing that's going to impede the look of your car, and so today I'm going to show you everything you need to get the job done right. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna get started with the prep. Let's go.
So for this wash, I'm using actually Adam's Car Shampoo. It's a great maintenance wash. I've featured this in one of my previous videos before. It's an awesome shampoo, and I'm also using the 2-bucket method system with grit guards and a microfiber wash mitt. In this bucket, I have all my wheel cleaning brushes ready to go in a bucket of water with about 1 ounce of Adam's Car Shampoo. And whenever you're ready, you want to make sure to mix your soap thoroughly with your brushes. And then also, you want to make sure to take the time to fill up your foam cannon in some just clean water.
Okay, so we're going to talk about foam cannons really quick. Now, you might ask yourself, is a foam cannon absolutely necessary to wash your car? No. Is a pressure washer absolutely necessary to wash your car? No, it's not. I did without a foam cannon or pressure washer for years. I still enjoyed it. It still got the job done. However, there are a lot of advantages to having a pressure washer and a foam cannon in your arsenal to help you clean your car. So with the foam cannon, it's going to spray a ton of foam and suds on your car. So that helps not only lubricate the surface, but it also helps get a lot of the dirt off without you having to just put it on with the wash mitt in the bucket, right? So that's a really, really big help. Also too, it's freaking fun. It's freaking fun. Why wouldn't you want to foam your car? And secondly, with the pressure washer, not only does it push away a lot of the dirt, right, but it also helps you rinse with a little bit more pressure besides a regular garden hose. So that's why you'd want to do it. I highly recommend it. This is the MTM PF22.2. It has the rounded bottom so it doesn't fall over when it's sitting. This is honestly, guys, one of the best foam cannons on the market. I haven't used a better one. I've used a couple other ones that are from brands that I'm not going to mention, but they're junk. So if you're going to get one, make sure it's this one. This is going to be linked in the description down below in the video. I would say if you're going to spend the money, just spend the money right and go with this one. There may be another version of this coming out soon because it's been a few years since they've done a redesign. But I would say if you're going to go big, just do the right thing and just get this foam cannon the first time. Don't be like me and get a cheap foam cannon to try to save yourself money. Yes, it works, but does it last? No. I've had this for almost a year now, and it still looks exactly the same as the day I bought it. It still works amazing. So, and actually the foam output on this is great. So also too, with the pressure washer, I'm going to go into much more detail about this foam cannon and also my pressure washer that I'm using through my process. When it comes to pressure washers, there are a ton of options out there. You can get up to pressure washers that cost $1,000 plus, and then you can also get pressure washers that cost $50. So there's a huge varying range of money if you want to spend. My pressure washer is the Karcher K1700 Cube. It works amazing. I've previously had a Greenworks pressure washer. The Karcher blows it out of the water. Just works better, more flow, and that's exactly what you want with car washing. So, and I will also go into more detail about that in a future video. So, okay, enough talking. Let's get on with the wash process.
So in the foam cannon, I'm using Adam's Mega Foam. It's a great choice for a soap for inside the foam cannon. And here what I'm doing is I'm just putting, about 2 ounces or so within the foam cannon. The thing I love about the Adam's Mega Foam is that it mixes really easily. It's basically has a consistency of almost water, so it just mixes really easily in the bottle. So as you can see here, you're not trying to mix the soap for like 5 minutes, it's just really easy. So in the first step of the wash process that I like to start with is the wheels. If you guys need any instruction on how to clean your wheels properly, I have a separate video that I did. It is linked below in the description.
Okay, so for this wash process, what I like to use, if you do have a pressure washer, I would highly recommend you invest in a gun like this. So this is the MTM SGS 28. It has a built-in swivel. Even when the pressure washer is on right now, I can actually swivel this gun. A lot of the stock wand setups that come in the pressure washer, they're just junk. They don't last very long. You're constantly tangling the cord. So guys, if you are gonna get a pressure washer, I highly recommend invest in a gun. This is, I can't remember the specific price on this, but we'll put it below. This is just one of the best investments I've ever made because one, you can do this with wheels, you can make it short, or you take your tip out. And then this is also the MTM wand. So you can put the wand into your quick disconnect here, and then you put your whatever tip that you want to use. This is a 40-degree tip, and then you actually have a long wand setup. So this is really good for rinsing the car. You can do your wheels with this as well, but I prefer the short stubby one for the wheels. Anyway, really, really good investment. I will put the links to both of these things in the description below. Let me know if you have any questions.
After you're done with your wheels, it's time to move on to the initial rinse. So here I'm just rinsing off the car from top to bottom. You want to make sure just to go over it really well. Make sure to get all that loose dirt off the car.
I forgot to mention earlier, the foam cannon is connected actually with quick disconnect. So this is a 1/4-inch quick disconnect coupler, and this is a male 1/4-inch quick disconnect. And so all you do is pull back here and you're good to go.
All right, so this is what I look forward to the most, and this is actually the foaming of the car. And in the container, you guys, I use Adams Mega Foam, and you can tell it foams up like crazy. This is my absolute favorite part of the washing process. And you know, when you use good products, use good high quality equipment, you know, look at the foam. Like, you just cannot beat that. And what I do is I like to let the foam dwell for about 10 minutes or so. And you just want to let the foam not only help break up the dirt, but you want to let it bring it down towards the ground so you can easily rinse it off. So after about 10 minutes, what I like to do is I like to rinse off the car. You guys, this, and I know this might seem overkill because we're going to foam actually again, but if you want to try to reduce as much scratching as possible, you would want to rinse, re-foam, and then go in for your contact wash. That's the best way that I found that works for me. So again, in the bucket, I have about 2 to 3 ounces of Adams car shampoo, and I'm just getting it mixed in with my pressure washer.
When washing your car, there are a couple techniques you want to live by. The first one I recommend always is to start with the top or vertical surfaces first, because you want to start with the least dirty part first and then work your way down towards the ground. Generally, the further you get down towards the wheels of the car, the dirtier it gets. Obviously, you don't want to be dragging dirt all over the car. So start top down, do the vertical surfaces first. So that means hood, windshield, trunk if you have one, and the roof of the car. Secondly, what you want to do is you don't want to take your wash mitt, right? So this is my wash mitt. It was in the soapy bucket with my shampoo. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to put this on this painted surface and go in circles, right? The theory is when you see swirls on a car, it means that generally the car has been through really rough washing habits or conditions. So like it's either been running through like a automatic tonal car wash, or someone has just beat the crap out of it. So what you want to do is you don't need to be very aggressive when it comes to washing. So you want to take your wash mitt and you just want to go down and back nice and easy, front to back, and you want to just work in straight lines is what I recommend. And after you've done, you know, either like half of a panel or a full hood, what you want to do is you have 2 working surfaces. So you can take your wash pad, you just flip it over to the other side, and that side's clean, and then you can just continue on. I recommend like do like half of a hood, flip your wash mitt, do the other half of the hood or a panel, and go back to your rinse bucket, rinse the mitt out, and then continue on with the process. So I'm going to start with the vertical surfaces first.
I'm using the 2-bucket method, which means I'm currently washing away in the bucket on the left. I'm taking all the dirty water that's actually in my wash mitt with the dirt. I'm rinsing it out in the bucket on the grit card. I wring it out on the ground to make sure all that dirty water is out of there, and then I reload it with more soap. And that's the soapy solution on the bucket on the right. And then again, you're just working in straight lines, front to back. I'm getting the windshield, the top of the roof, the hood first, and then I'm moving on to the rest of the car. One quick tip that I like to reiterate is you don't need to be very aggressive when washing your car. You guys can see I'm barely holding onto the wash pad and I'm just gently gliding it over the surface. One thing that I commonly see that's a mistake that people do is they're really aggressively rubbing the car, which is effectively scratching it, you know. So you don't need to be very aggressive, and you just want to make sure that, you know, when you are washing the car, you're just being as gentle as possible. So after you've made your way around the car, it's time to rinse off. So I start, you know, and go top for bottom, you know, just like we've done this whole process of washing your car top to bottom is a really good process to keep. And for a drying aid, I'm actually using Adams Detail Spray. And then to go along with the detail spray, I'm also using a waffle weave microfiber towel to help dry. And with this process, all you do is you just take your detail spray, you spray it on the hood while the car's still wet, and you take your microfiber towel and you just dry and you go back and forth. And the detail spray really helps not only add a little bit of gloss, but it helps reduce the marring from the actual drying process as well. So if you think about it, if you're constantly dragging your microfiber towel against the paint, you're going to get what's called love marks, and so that could be some really, really fine micro marring. This just helps avoid that. And you can use a detail spray on the windows, on the plastic, on basically every surface of the outside of the car that you're drying. You can use that detail spray on it. It really helps dry the car really nice. And lastly, guys, this is just kind of a stupid technique I made up, but I call it kind of the spray and drag technique. So I spray the product on the roof, I take the towel, I push it right over the top of the car, and I just drag it towards me. It works, you know, especially if you don't want to get a ladder out. Okay, so obviously we lost some daylight, but the car is done. I think it came out really great. And a couple things, guys, just to kind of recap what we did. You want to make sure that whenever you're washing your car, you do a thorough job as possible. I know things in life get in the way. Sometimes you only have an hour to do it on a Saturday, whatever happens, you know, but I think one of the best things about maintaining your car on a weekly basis is that you do the job right. Don't cut corners. Don't use dirty microfiber towels. That'll scratch your paint. Use good products. Don't just use water to wash your car. Don't use dish soap. Use things that are meant to clean your car and use them well. Take care of your gear. All those things are gonna really pay forward through the process of keeping your car maintained through the life that you have it. So, but yeah, I think the car came out great. If you guys have any questions about anything, please leave it down in the comments. All the products that I used today will be down in the description below. So let me know if you have any questions about anything, and get outside and do some detailing. We'll see you next time.